Hi guys, how's it going? It's been a few days, so I had to kind of figure out how to do this, how to do this again. But I hope this is working. Hope everyone's doing well. Cat James says, "Hey, hello, Cat. How's it going?" And see, I've left my phone on, but I've muted it now. Uh, Johnny 69 53 2654 says it will be fun. Hopefully, yeah. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this. I don't know if you saw the Chelsea Betis game, Johnny, but that game wasn't great. That game wasn't great. But I think this one will be a lot better. Fingers crossed. Harry says hello. How are you? Good, good. Had a fairly relaxing-ish uh, weekend. I didn't play any computer games today because I had to do this. So, but um, but yeah, not too bad. How about you? I watched your video again. Something in my head. It's very good. We're waiting for the full version. But it's you got a good tune going on. So yeah, it's really good to see. Johnny 69, 53, 26, 54 says Inter will win. I was looking at a poll earlier, kind of just to see the statistics, and most people think Inter will win, which is interesting. I kind of like both the teams, and it's not often that you like both the teams. So I'm gonna be watching this as a proper neutral. Fish says Sajisi to you as well, Fish. Christian, who's an Inter fan, says si sentano dopo. And I don't know what si sentano dopo means, so let's go on the quick Google Translate here. We will talk later. Okay. Don't know if you can see that. I have to translate, but it's worth putting in the extra effort, I think. Fish says, "Hi, my boy." Hello, Fish. How are you doing? Hope you had a nice weekend. Frimpong to Liverpool here. We poop. Yeah. We pooped that one out yesterday, but yeah, I'm excited for that, man. Good player, kind of physically very good, very fast. I saw a stat yesterday. I don't know if it's accurate. I don't know if it's accurate, but apparently he got 41 GA last season, which is amazing for a right back. But yeah, I'm excited to see Frimpong. I think importantly as well, Frimpong's kind of very, very happy to be at Liverpool, so that's always nice. Fish says, "No." That's the sound Fish makes when someone takes him out of water. Harry says they could win, but PSG could win. They both have a good chance. Yeah, I hear you. It's it's really tough. It's really tough to. It's really tough to pick a winner for this. I'm pretty much just hoping for a big game, for a good game. Johnny says, "Summer destroyed us. I want him to win." Are you Barcelona fan, Johnny, or any particular teams? Summer's having a pretty good season overall. He's destroyed quite a few teams, but yeah, just interested to hear who you support. Sunny, who is a Barcelona fan, says, "Today I feel like PSG." Yeah, that may have something to do with the semi-final result. It may not. But yeah, let's see. Inter wearing yellow. Okay, interesting. Oh, I guess both teams can't wear blue. So Inter. It looks like I'm wearing the Inter kit. I'm not wearing the Inter kit. This wasn't deliberately planned. I've just realized. Johnny says Barcelona on top for me. Fair enough. We have quite a few Barcelona fans. Sonny's a Barcelona fan. Durwood's a Barcelona fan. But yeah, Barcelona over Real Madrid every time. So they're just about to kick off on the one that I'm watching, which I think is quite delayed. You got the ones you guys are watching have probably already kicked off, but let me just fix this. Sunny says Frimpong wasn't a right back. He was more of a... Oh, 1 second, sorry. He was more of a right midfielder. So that isn't something to boast about, because if... 1 second. Let me just set this timer, sorry. I set the timer and then I didn't start it. you could tell I haven't done this in a few days. We were used to in kind of recent weeks we've had like 4 games a week, so normally you get into the rhythm. But now that the season's over, we've had like 1 game. We had 1 game a few days ago, which was Chelsea Betis. We got 1 game today, and then I think we got 1 on Wednesday as well. But yeah, he was saying Frimpong wasn't a right back. He was more of a right midfielder. So that isn't something to boast about, because if we go half goals and assist, that doesn't make Lukaku better than Maradona. I hear the point you're saying. I think with Frimpong, he played more as a kind of wing back for Leverkusen. But for Netherlands, you're right. For Netherlands, he was playing as a striker, basically, as a right winger. But nevertheless, I'd rather have 41 GA than not have it, if you know what I mean. Even though he was playing a bit more advanced for those teams, I think it shows that he's got quality, if you know what I mean. Like if you put Aaron Wan-Bissaka in those teams, he wouldn't get 41 GA. So I'm still excited to see it. Fish says Thierry Henry has a new school. Good to know, as always. Johnny says, I love your stream. Appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words, Johnny. Yeah, everyone pretty much kind of gets on here. Sometimes people have difference of opinion, and that's fine. But yeah, it's pretty relaxed most of the time. I think most people would agree. Fish says, shish. Shijisi means good job in Romanian, does it? So is SJ, like Sij, is that good? And then is C job? You know what I mean? So it's like is the S and the J, does that mean good? And does the SI mean job? I'm probably oversimplifying it. I've been to Romania before, you know. I've been to Bucharest. Trying to remember. Do I remember any? I used to work with a team in Romania. I remember frate. Frate means brother. I remember that. I used to know some swear words, but it's probably best that I don't say them. Suddenly says, don't remind me of Barcelona. Let me cry in solidarity. Apologies. We will not. We will not speak of the semi-final again. We have Durwood saying, hello, champion family. I'm liking that. And I think we can say that for at least a year, right? For all of next year. But yeah, it's got a nice ring to it. But yeah, how are you doing? Hope you well. I needed to clarify it. I'm not wearing Inter Milan's kit. It looks like I am. And this wasn't like planned. But I just realized it looks like I'm wearing an Inter Milan kit. I'm not. It's a old Liverpool kit. Johnny says Martinez will destroy PSG. I think you might be onto something. You might be onto something. I think that's the weakness of PSG. PSG very good going forward, but are perhaps a bit volatile. Is not the word. Are perhaps a bit vulnerable at the back. So yeah, Martinez could expose that space. Thuram, if he's playing, Thuram's playing. Thuram could expose that space. Dumfries, who's playing as a wing back, he could expose that space. So it's all very exciting to see. Sunny says, so you would choose 41 GA Frimpong, then a total defensive-minded Maldini. I can't wait for Mikel Arteta to unleash his 7-year plan on you guys. Go Netflix FC. Yeah, I think for Liverpool, I would prefer like an attacking right back, and the reason for that is more often than not, kind of Liverpool have the ball, if you know what I mean. So I think there'd be less value in having a defensive right back than an attacking one. Or another way of thinking about it, I feel like a defensive right back would maybe be more useful in 10% of the games, whereas an attacking one would be more useful in kind of 90% of the games. It's just the way I see it, and it seems to be the way the kind of management kind of sees it as well. So yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, let's be under no illusions. He is gonna let goals in. He is gonna get exposed on the right. But I think with football, it's always like a decision. You know what? Like nobody's perfect, if you know what I mean. So we just have to make a decision on kind of what we value more, kind of thing. Derwood says it's a sign. It could be. totally unintended sign, but it could be that we are matching. Sunny disagrees. He says BS. Enrique will destroy Inter Milan. Interesting. Well, that's what we're here to see. I can legitimately see this going either way. I think PSG's attack is absolutely amazing. They've got Doué up front, they've got Dembele, and they've got Kvaratskhelia. Like Barcola, I've never been like too impressed with, but with who they've got on the pitch, that's pretty deadly. Johnny says Dumfries is good too. Yeah, Dumfries is really good as well. Was it the semi-final where he got like a goal and 2 assists against the team that we can't mention? But yeah, Dumfries is having a very good season, and he's another one. He's Dutch as well. I think he's another one who's like technically very good, physically very good. The right back market is stacked, and I think the left back market is not as healthy. But yeah, I think Dumfries will do well today as well, I think. Sunny says, nah, we all know, even if Inter or PSG win the Champions League, that Arsenal had the better season because they won the We Beat Real Madrid trophy. Yeah, they did. They had the better season than everyone. They had a better season than Liverpool. They had a better season than whoever wins today. Better season than Newcastle. Better season than Crystal Palace. Better season than Spurs. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Arsenal parade. I don't think they've manufactured and created a We Beat Real Madrid trophy yet, but there's still time. It's Sunday tomorrow, so Mikel Arteta can go to the shops tomorrow, create a We Beat Real Madrid trophy, and then they can do a little parade. It was semi, says Johnny. Yeah. I think you're right. It was the Barcelona game, wasn't it? I think it was a goal and 2 assists. And we were like, damn. Mr. Denzel knows what he's doing. Fish says, have you heard anything from FIFA Mobile? No. Was I supposed to? Is this like the game as in like the football game? Is that like a game that you play on mobile, FIFA? Like I know FIFA exists for PC, but I think there's a mobile version as well, I think. Johnny says Anthony played good. Yeah, Anthony Anthony's been looking like a player reborn ever since he went to Betis. It's unfortunate that he's going to have to go back to Man United. But let's see what happens. They might end up selling him, which would be good for him. I don't think the environment at Man United at the moment is kind of helpful for anyone. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna close the door. I had it open because it's really hot, but I'll literally just be 2 seconds. Yeah, I had the door open because it's been really hot, and then in the evening it starts getting proper windy, and then it's like, damn, getting cold now. But yeah, let's see what happens with Anthony. Might go Saudi, might go Italy. He seems to be pretty well suited to the what's its face, to the Spanish league. So let's see if he ends up there. Just adjusting the gamma on this camera because it looks a bit off, but I fixed it now. Sunny says, okay, let me get it correct. I will probably vomit. 1 second. I will probably vomit if Snake Bele wins the Champions League. It's only because of Luis Enrique I support PSG. Only because he gave me... Ooh, PSG. Is that Hakimi? Has he scored? Hakimi's doing this. Did he used to play for Inter? I think Hakimi scored. I don't know why he's doing that. Like, please, I'm sorry. Did he used to play for Inter? But 1-0. 1-0 to Paris. I will update the score. Kind of where was the defense there? What's Bastoni doing? Hakimi just completely unmarked. Ooh, nice turn by Doué. A bit of a easy tap in for Hakimi. That's crazy as well to kind of have your right back in that position. But it is what it is. Jess Griffith says hi. Hello Jess, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you've had a nice weekend. Sunny says, where are the glory days? Only days I remember is tear and sorrow. You will have glory days next year. Don't worry about it. Barcelona have got a very good team. I think you'll have even more success next year. And let's remember, you did win the league this year. So could be worse. Dumfries got 2 goals, 1 assist in leg 1, 2 assists in leg 2. So that's 5 GA. That's 5 GA in 2 games. Pretty impressive. Johnny says old Palmer came back. Old Palmer, cold Palmer. I was trying to make a pun, but I couldn't think of one at the time. But yeah, I like Palmer. He's don't get me wrong. He has a permanently gormless, idiotic look on his face. But I think that's part of the charm. Like I like, you know what I mean. Like as a footballer, he's amazing. I like watching him play. Fish says Chwala Tottenham Hotspur. Translate it. It depends what language. Let me know what language. I'll try and figure it out. Sonny says, get your drugs out. Let's go PSG. FU Dembele. Well, things are looking positive. Dawood's explaining. He left Inter in 2021. So he must have gone from Inter to PSG then, I guess. Fair enough. That explains this celebration. Only there a season. How much did they sell him for? I'm just curious. €60 million. So that would have been like what, £50 million? I mean, not bad to be fair. He would have been like 23, 24 at that time. Good signing. Good signing by PSG, you gotta say. Johnny says Inter will come back. Yeah, I think they'll have a lot more kind of fight in them yet. It's still kind of too early. And especially if we recall the semi-final, how many times did they come back against Barcelona? They just kept on coming back and coming back and coming back. So yeah, I think Inter will have a lot more kind of fight in them. Yeah. Fish says Pep Reina is a frog. Next time I see Pep Reina, I will let him know. Frogs and fish do get on, right? So you're probably okay with that. That's Hungarian. I don't know Hungarian. How am I gonna translate Hungarian? Does it mean like glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur? If I kind of had to guess, Sunny says, just a reminder. Remember, as soon as I left your stream, Chelsea score and went on to win 4-1. So I won't leave today until I see Lewis lift the trophy and complete another treble. Yeah, the hatred for Snake Bele must be pretty deep then, because it must be. Yeah, you must be good luck for the team that you're not supporting. So yeah. Ooh, Kvaratskhelia just hits it over. Fish with a guava and a cigarette. I literally don't understand the link. I'm just thinking about it. Like, is there a joke that I'm missing? Like guava and cigarette. Guava smoke, fruit smoke. I'm trying to figure it out. Ask Sabazlai. Okay, well, next time I see Sabazlai, I will ask him what Chwala Tottenham Hotspur means. Johnny says, "Don't make me cry by talking about Barcelona's loss." Yeah, we need to stop talking about the semi-final, because we have quite a few Barcelona fans here. We have Johnny, we have Durwood, we have Sonny. Got more, quite a few. So yeah, we will try to just refer to it as the semi-final, I guess, rather than saying remember the game where they beat Barcelona. Yeah, it's probably not helpful. So I'll just call it the semi-final or the previous game. One second, just sorting something. The hatred isn't that he played badly, it's because Coutinho was also bad. But unlike Coutinho, he didn't blame the same club that filled his medical fees as an ungrateful piece of S. Who are we talking about here? Who played badly? Ooh, PSG have scored again. Deflection. I think it's Doué. Doué with a deflected shot. Inter Milan need to wake up. 1-0's not so bad, but 2-0. Dang. I know. What is going on here? I must be bad luck for wearing the the pseudo Inter shirt. So it looks like that ball went out. Did that ball not go out? Like Nico Barella, I swear, kind of shielded the ball out there. Looks like it's a goal though. What can you do, eh? What can you do? Sonny says, so yeah, Dembele say that my club is a POS. But don't be ungrateful, like they didn't pay for all your... Oh, right, okay. So you're saying like that Barcelona essentially paid his medical bills and essentially supported his recovery. But so you find it a bit disingenuous that he's disrespectful in how he talks about them. I hear you. Sonny says, let's go, Enrique. Well, Mr. Luis is doing pretty well so far. Johnny says, change your shirt, man. Yeah, I think I might need to change it at half time at this rate. I must be giving them some sort of bad vibes. Sonny says, Durwood, this is the Luis Enrique effect. It counters the horrible PSG bottling effect. Could be. It looks like the Luis Enrique effect is stronger than the PSG effect. Inter have a corner there, but Inter head the ball over. Fish says, POV, you are Idrissa Gana Gueye. If that happened, I'd wonder how I became Idrissa Gana Gueye. Would I remember who I was before, or do I have no recollection of who I was before? Sonny says, Johnny, don't you dare go against PSG. Manzana FC is still on. Johnny says, I will cry. Well, we can't have that. I will check. Yeah, I'll change my shirt at half time. Just out of curiosity, just to see if anything different happens. PSG on the attack again, man. They're attacking again. I agree with you on that, Fish. Everton is indeed poo. Is it 9? I don't think they've won any trophies since 1995. Which is crazy, man. That's like 30 years ago. It's good for them, I guess, that they didn't get relegated, because I think if they had gotten relegated, kind of with the new stadium and stuff. Their mere existence would have potentially been challenged. So it's a positive. It's a positive for them. Munich is cursed, says Johnny. It very well could be. If you're Italian, Munich is cursed. If you're French, Munich is blessed. Sonny says, out of curiosity, man, I swear, if PSG lose because of your shirt swap, I truly believe Man United is the biggest club in England. I hear ya. I hear ya. Yeah, I can't win. I think you'll be okay. Like, I don't think my shirt has anything to do with it. We're merely testing out a theory here. PSG are probably lucky though because Liverpool don't have any dark blue kits. I appreciate this is a blue hat, but I don't think Liverpool. Well, I don't own any dark blue Liverpool shirts, and Liverpool obviously don't have any blue shirts because of Everton, so they'd never get made. But yeah, I'll see if I can find something a bit more neutral. On a happier note, did you see the AI videos people are creating on 66 and the wedding photo from Diva and 66? I did, yeah. I've seen. I saw the wedding photo. It's pretty good. Somebody made like a mock-up of Trent's Instagram page, and they put that wedding photo as his Instagram photo. It looked pretty good. And as weird as it sounds, like that look seems to kind of suit Trent. like it suits him. It suits him with the earring and the wedding dress. Like if you didn't know that was Trent, like if you didn't follow football, you'd be like, yeah, that looks like a normal person. Ter Stegen out, says Johnny. Not a huge fan of Ter Stegen. I heard he might actually be going. I think I read that somewhere yesterday, so you might get your wish. Even if you're a Barcelona supporter, it's still cursed 8-2. Yeah, I hear ya. That was a memorable game. Everything is cursed, because do you remember the only time I said let's go Barcelona in your stream, they were on to bottle it. I mean, you're starting to convince me. I can't lie. I think we perhaps do have some level of control over what's happening. Maybe that's why Liverpool won the league this year, because I started streaming. I don't know when. I think it was maybe March time. So maybe I affected Liverpool positively. I've not seen this. Do you mean where Curtis Jones called him out? The video of his goodbye speech to the team where Robbo called him out was great. Oh no, what is this? Where did Robertson call him out? I feel like I've missed like something quite funny. I saw the one on the bus where he kept crying, and then Jones was tapping Salah and saying, "Yeah, he's doing it for the cameras." I saw that one, but no, I haven't seen what did Robertson say to him? Like how did he call him out? I'm pretty curious. Johnny says, is Bastoni doing anything? Not really. He's just standing there, flicking his hair back occasionally, thinking about what he's gonna have for dinner. Those seem to be the main things that he's doing at the moment. Crossed in, cleared out. Ah, right. Okay, that makes sense. It was another AI one. I was thinking, where did Robertson call him out? Um, I did see the Curtis Jones one was good because that one was at the parade where he basically said that 66 was doing it all for the cameras. Mr. 66. Fish says Ruben out. Why? Why? We need Amarim to stay there as long as possible. We need Amarim to continue to play his whack formation as long as possible. Because the longer he's there, the longer Man United's trophy drought will continue. Oh, here's Doué on the right, Hakimi overlapping. I think that's Dembele. Cleared by Dumfries. Dumfries getting back and defending there. Mr. Denzel. Sonny says, where did the Ter Stegen hatred come from? Because he was the key factor of 2015 treble. What happened to the motto of more than a club? Where is the family, Johnny? Well, there's a question for you there, Johnny, from Mr. Sonny. Corner for Paris. Paris take le corner. Hakimi with le rebound. And le cross goes out of le pitch for le kick the goal. Johnny says we want prime Inter Milan back. It would be nice. It would be nice. It would help make this game a bit more competitive. Fish also says slaughter. Yes, Fish says the craziest things sometimes. I'm surprised there's been no mention of mac and cheese yet. I've been kind of dreading it, but he's probably gonna say it eventually. Speaking of Slot, why has he not been given a new contract yet? I've just remembered because he only signed a 3-year deal, which means he's only got 2 years left now. So I hope they get that sorted, and I hope he gets a nice little pay rise to go with it, so that he can purchase the finest shaving equipment known to man. Because he's had a bit of stubble recently, and I appreciate it's probably we won the league, so I don't care. But yeah, we need to give the guy a pay rise at this point. Nice new contract, 5-year deal maybe. Nice new pay rise. Get it sorted, Liverpool. Sonny says, Mr. Fish, for every Pep, Jurgen, and Jose, we need a manager like Arteta, Ruben. It's the balance of nature. It's the balance of nature. I see what you mean. So we need the terrible to balance out the good. Makes sense. Makes sense when you think about it. Dawood says, I 100% agree with Sonny regarding Ter Stegen. Well, there you go, Sonny. You've got a bit of support there. Good to see. PSG with a corner. Marquinhos heads it out. Fish says, oi! Fish heard us talking about him. Why is Dembele like frozen? What's that about? Is he... How was he keeping so still? That was crazy. Fish says, oi! Fish heard us talking about him. Ooh, here's Inter. Martinez here. Johnny says, other legend, get statue. Ter Stegen is the statue. And family, suck mine, we won a trophy. I think Barcelona will have I think they'll have an even better chance of a trophy next year, given a specific right back that they might be up against. So yeah, look forward to Rafinha giving Trent a torrid time next year. Real Madrid might actually also change formation. Real Madrid might actually also change formation, kind of with Alonso joining. But let's see what happens. Tanya Bright says, are you a Liverpool fan? Yes, indeed, Tanya Bright. Who do you support? We have a few Liverpool fans here. We have a few Barcelona fans. Tanya says, I am from Liverpool. Very nice, very nice. I was last there 2 months ago for the Legends game. Got to Liverpool Lime Street Station. I walked it all the way up the thing. Then you turn right. That's pretty much it. It's pretty easy walk, to be fair, from the station to Anfield. You get out of the station, you just kind of walk up. You kind of go past the bridge. And then you turn right. And then you get all the houses. And that's kind of where Anfield is. Do you support Liverpool or do you support Everton or do you support Tranmere? That is the question. Liverpool is the best team in the world. I'm with you on that. 100% agree. Sonny says, thank you. At least someone remembered Ter Stegen efforts. Because remember, apparently De Gea was terrible. And I'm like, if De Gea is terrible, what is Onana? I guess Onana... How does this keep happening to Man United? You know what I mean? Like, how do they buy players and they always turn out terrible? Not bad. Like, even if Man United spent £60 million on a player and they turned out average, you'd think it was a waste. But it's the fact that they always turn out terrible. It's crazy. Onana is hopeless. Johnny says, we need new players. Is that in any specific position? Perhaps defense. Hopefully not in goal. You do not want Onana, Johnny. It's better. It's better. It's better to have nobody in goal than have Onana. What I meant was the motto of the club, like more than a club. And where is the motto saying what you want about Ter Stegen? I'll be forever. Right, so you're saying it's more than a club, therefore we should respect the player. I think that's what you're saying. Fish says, name 5 London clubs. Okay. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Arsenal, West Ham. There you go. Now, if you ask me for a 6th, I might struggle. I think Brentford typically would count. Arsenal. There's 7 for you. Dumfries with a throw. Saved by Donnarumma. I've just realised the PSG goalkeeper kit, the design is kind of very similar to the Liverpool one. Probably because they're both Nike, but even then, you'd appreciate it if they put a bit of effort in to distinguish the kits to a certain degree. Here's mine. Millwall, Queen's Park Rangers, Brentford, Spurs, and Wimbledon. Fair enough. I think I got Spurs as well, so that's probably one that we both said. Sunny says, let me remind you, Johnny, about Puyol and his 13-14 season. He didn't play at all, yet he let him retire like a true legend of the game, which he is not, but it still is and was way more than a club. So I think Sunny is saying that we should give grace to the players based on what they've done before. Johnny is saying an 80-year-old brick wall is better than Ter Stegen. It is. And half a brick wall is better than Onana. I mean, if you could have a brick wall in goal, that would be quite useful. Because nobody would score, I guess, if the brick wall was high enough and if the brick wall was deep enough. And I think defenders can also take goal kicks these days. I think. So yeah, a brick wall would be pretty good, I guess. Although, I'm just trying to think. Could you knock? I guess you could knock a brick wall down if you hit it with the ball hard enough, but I don't know. We're probably thinking about this deeper than anyone ever has. Name 5 former Arsenal players, says Fish. Okay. David Seaman, Jens Lehmann, William Gallas, Bergkamp, Thierry Henry. There's your 5. Robert Pires, Patrick Vieira. Did I say Jens Lehmann? Who was that Spanish guy? That's the Spanish keeper, didn't I? I've forgotten his name. Ashley Cole, Lee Dixon, Paul Merson. Oh shite! I forgot to enable that. I haven't done this for a few days, and when I started, I was like, I'm forgetting to do something. I fixed it now. Thanks for the reminder, Leighton, aka Rollerfort, aka Dexter. That should be fixed now. Tiflo666 says, yo, hello Tiflo, how you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're having a fine day. Johnny says, who disrespected Puyol? There's a question for you there, Sonny. Yeah, well, you can see that the comments are working now. How nice is Rollerford? Yeah, Rollerford's just this guy. He's this guy on TikTok. I don't he's this guy on Twitch called Rollerford. I don't know. He's alright. He comes out with weird takes sometimes. Whoever this Rollerford guy is. I think he likes the Dexter TV show as well. Yeah, but no, thanks for letting me know. I've not done this for a few days because we haven't had any games for a few days, and kind of when I started the stream, I was like, I'm forgetting something, and that was it. It was the TikTok comments. I don't care, lad. Says Donnarumma has more chance of seeing the Loch Ness monster than La Toro in his box. Yeah. I think he's got more chance of seeing aliens invading from Mars that look like pink giraffes than La Toro in his box at the moment, to be fair. Inter just kind of haven't really threatened at all. GTR Drift K says, Barcelona defense is terrible. All the forwards and midfielders and barely any on defense. They're like skipping leg day. That's a pretty funny way of thinking about it. Like a lot of bench pressing by Barcelona, a lot of overhead lifts, a lot of bicep curls, a lot of tricep extensions, but no deadlifting and no squat. It's probably a good way to think of Barcelona. I guess the negative is in some, to a certain degree, is if they do spend a lot of money on a defender, then we all might be screwed. So yeah, I'm happy for them to continue to keep skipping leg day. Leighton says all good. I said Florian WIRTZ is keen to join, and Frimpong announced is crazy. Yeah, the Frimpong announcement was crazy. Happened at 5 o'clock yesterday. Oh, that's pretty sad, isn't it? I remember the time. but I think they wanted to do it in a way, like they announced Trent was leaving in the morning, and then I think they wanted to, announce the Frimpong thing as quick as possible, to not so much to be a distraction, but to kind of end on a positive, if you know what I mean. So yeah, glad that Frimpong's through the door. He seems kind of very happy to be here, which is always nice. Yeah, I think WIRTZ is the one that everyone's kind of quite keen on now and kind of quite excited to see. Last I saw on that, apparently they're getting closer to kind of agreeing the fee and agreeing the structure of the fee. Liverpool being Liverpool, and again, this is fine, but they're going to want to pay the fee in installments, and they're probably still kind of figuring that out. But yeah, it's positive. It's positive. A lot of people are kind of losing their selves over this, but I'm not panicking. Sonny says, where were you when that 80-year-old brick wall won us La Liga in 2022-2023? He gave us a glory and success in our darkest time. Were you a fan of Barcelona when the 8-2 happened? And Johnny says, I don't disrespect Terry S. Who's Terry S? I feel like I should know this. Who's Terry S? See, Fish, you always come out, you always add like a harder twist on it. Like, I think I'm really smart because I can name 5, and then you put a twist on it, which makes it a lot harder. But let's see. Name 5 former Arsenal players that are still playing for other clubs. Shit. Lacazette, Aubameyang, Smith Rowe, the German guy, the goalkeeper for the German goalkeeper for Fulham. What's his name? Bernd Leno. There's 4. Really struggling to think of a 5th, but it might come to me. Eventually. Johnny says, I don't disrespect Ter Stegen, but he's finished. Fair enough. It's probably similar with kind of me and like Andy Robertson to a certain degree. Like, I respect what he's done, but I think he's pretty much finished. My question is, everyone that signs for a different team gets a kit. Trent only got 1 highlight on TikTok. Poor Trent. I hope he has a terrible time. Sanchez. Is Alexis Sanchez? He's still playing. Lacazette, Leno, that Spanish right back, and Martins. Who was the Spanish right back? That's what I was thinking as well. Like, I was literally thinking of a right back, but I can't remember his name. Here's my Szczesny. Okay, Szczesny's a good one. To be fair. Fabianski, Joe Willock, Chris Willock, Matt Ryan. Fair enough. Johnny says a academy goalkeeper is better than is better than Ter Stegen nowadays. You really don't like Ter Stegen. Plays for Real Betis. Sanchez is at Udinese, says Runnerman Steve. Wow, I didn't know that. He must be about 400 years old now. How old is he? "36. He's not quite as old as I expected, to be fair. "36. I don't know why he has such a horrified look on his face. I presume he just saw me getting out of the shower or something, but he doesn't need to look quite that shocked. But good to know." That was before he saw the piano. That's him. That's him walking into a music store and seeing an unintended piano where he can play "Glory, Glory, Man United." Oh God, that piano announcement. Sonny says, then give him your respect and say thank you. But then Johnny says, forget the past, see the present, look the future. Like I see both sides. Not that I'm sitting on a fence here, but I do kind of see both sides here. Sonny says, Johnny, I dare you to name a academy goalkeeper. Let's go. I want to see your word. Christian, the Inter Milan fan, says, no comment on the first half. We have a conspiracy theory, Christian, that this might be because I'm wearing a shirt that looks very similar to what Inter are wearing. So it might be my fault. So I've been told to change my shirt at halftime. I appreciate this is not the Inter shirt, it's an old Liverpool shirt, but it looks very similar and I can't help but feel partially responsible. So I will be changing this because it is halftime. I'm going to go change it in 2 seconds. Just going to get through these. Forget the past, see the present. Look far future, Sonny. Forget the past. So I think Johnny is kind of more focused on the present and the future, whereas Sonny is coming at it from a perspective of we need to respect the kind of legends of the past. Leighton, aka Dexter, aka Rollerford, says, "Here's a real question. Does Trent underperform?" I think he does. I think the reason why I think he does underperform, and again, I'm not saying this from a position of bitterness, or maybe I'm saying it from a certain degree of bitterness, but he's never been a particularly kind of mentally strong player. And I think in Spain and at Real Madrid in particular, as soon as you screw up the second time, I think those fans will kind of turn on you and kind of start abusing you. And I don't think Trent has necessarily the mental capacity or the mental strength to be dealing with that. And I think that's just going to get to him. But let's see. Let's see. It is. The positives are, I do think it's a weaker league compared to England, and he's playing for kind of one of the giants. So 15 or 16 of those teams will give him very little trouble. But I still think he will make mistakes, and I still think from a mental well-being perspective, that's going to trouble him. Durwood says he's been out most of the season. How can you say he's finished when you barely saw him play? I hear you. So we're saying he hasn't really been kind of given the opportunity there. Johnny says Sam Alton. Who's this guy? Sam Alton. Is this like a backup? Is this a backup keeper? Ah, yes, the timer. I do need to disappear in 2 seconds. Partly to change my shirt. Oh, Johnny's not particularly particularly impressed with Ter Stegen. There was a serious no need to be rude. Because he didn't see the effort of Ter Stegen. Why didn't you answer my question? Johnny, name me academy goalkeeper who's better than Ter Stegen. Yeah. Old Ter Stegen was good. I don't know why he retired. Right. I see. I see what you mean. I think kind of. I think Durwood and Sonny's perspective is more on kind of what he has done, and I think a fair point was raised as well that he's been kind of injured, so that has kind of impacted his ability to kind of perform this season. Whereas Johnny's like, nah, I hate him. Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess people have different opinions. Me personally, I don't really know too much about him. So I'm like, hey, people have their different opinions on things. But as with the Trent situation, I can't really tell people how to feel. They're just showing the fixtures get changed. You are right. I'm just seeing replays. They're just showing. They're just kind of showing the inter. They're just showing the inter kind of corners over and over and over again. Oh God, you lot proper going on it, man. Shall we just say, let's just conclude. Johnny doesn't like Ter Stegen. I think Durwood is lukewarm on Ter Stegen, and Sonny likes Ter Stegen, and that's fine. That's fine. We all have different opinions. Life goes on. Here's mine. Hector Bellerin, Ceballos. You've already done this. You've already done this, Fish. This is your 5 former Arsenal players. Hector Bellerin, is he Betis? Ceballos, Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he's playing in Turkey. Paulisto and Torreira. Not bad. Well, you've named 10 players there, Fish. Durwood says, I had to get off Twitch and come to the bright side with Sonny. Oh no, I'm 100% behind him. Oh, okay, fair enough. From kind of my perspective, I haven't kind of seen too much of him. But it'll be interesting to kind of see what happens next season. All right, I'm gonna change my shirt just to see if it impacts things in any way at all. And then yeah, I'll be back in 2 minutes. We are back. So, firstly, let me set the timer, and then I will explain the logic behind the shirt choice. 45, 50. So I've noticed Donnarumma. Donnarumma is wearing a shirt that looks very similar to this, but it's green. But it has the same kind of weird design on it. So kind of my thinking is, let's. This is the closest thing I have to a PSG shirt. So let's see. Let's see if this impacts the score. Inter are attacking here. It'd be very funny if they were to score from this. Foul by PSG. Oh god, how funny would it be? How funny would it be? Sunny says, my problem is, I know Ter Stegen's not great right now. Did I ever ask why Ter Stegen is not a keeper? We're still doing this Ter Stegen thing. I meant the Uruguayan Galatasaray midfielder. Which one's that? Is it, there's a is it like a Torreira? There's like a Torreira or something. There's like a Torreira or something that played for Arsenal. It must be one of those. Johnny says, I love Barcelona, not Ter Stegen. Sonny says, man, Enrique, please win the Champions League for my sanity. Oh, he's doing a good job at the moment. Leighton, aka Dexter, aka Rollerford, says, name 5 Liverpool players that won the Champions Leagues with other teams. With other teams. That was it. Lucas Torreira. Yeah, that was it. Did I say Torreira or Torreiro or something? But yeah, that was it. Minecraft Pro says, yo, nice. Thank you. I think that's a positive. How are you, Minecraft? Hope you're doing well. 5. 1 second. Owen 1-1, no. He might have done. Steve McManaman 1-1. I'm trying to think who have been the winners. Did Fernando Torres win one? Maybe like Fernando Torres must have won one. Xabi Alonso. Oh, okay. Xabi Alonso, he's an obvious one. Luis Suarez, he's an obvious one. There must be one more. Who else has kind of won the Champions League? Real Madrid. Who else have we sold to Real Madrid recently? I'm trying to think. There must be one more, right? Is it cheating if we look for kind of Champions League winning teams? Champions League winning teams. Real Madrid, Man City, any Liverpool? Scott Carson. So Scott Carson, who's Man City's third goalkeeper. There we go. That should be 5, right? Leighton says he did in 12. Torres, I think. Yeah, so that should be our 5. So we said Fernando Torres, Scott Carson, Xabi Alonso, Alvaro Arbeloa might be another one. Remember Liverpool right back Alvaro Arbeloa. Actually, we'll check Alvaro Arbeloa after this. Torres, Xabi Alonso, Luis Suarez, Coutinho. I don't think Coutinho won one. Let me just check Alvaro Arbeloa. Arbeloa only got a runners-up. Is that Alonso? I think Alonso must have got one with Real Madrid as well. Oh, Coutinho, did you mean? He got one with Bayern. Is that yeah, it was that 8-2 season when Thiago and yeah, I think you're right actually. I think you're right, Leighton, aka Dexter, aka Rollerfoot. But yeah, Xabi must have plenty. He's only got one. Oh, I was gonna say he's only got one. That's the one. That's the one that Xabi had with Liverpool. But yeah, even then, even with Real Madrid, Alonso's only got one Champions League. I thought he had more than that, but fair enough. It is what it is. Yeah, Coutinho with Thiago as well. Yeah, I didn't think about it the other way around. So the other way around is basically they already won a Premier League, a Champions League before they came to Liverpool. I was perhaps foolishly thinking about it the other way. So who used to play for Liverpool and then won a Champions League? If we Google like Liverpool Champions League winners, will it like give us like a big ass list? In case this comes up again. I was hoping it would tell us a former players list. Yeah, this is just appearances. Yeah. Hey ho, it is what it is. Yeah, I think we just about got 5. Which Thiago was it? Alcantara, yeah, the one that we signed from Bayern Munich. The shirt change so far has not made a significant change. Yeah, these quizzes are tough. Like you see it. You see the quiz and you think, you know what, that's pretty easy. And then as you start kind of going through the names, you realize, dang, that's pretty difficult. 10 minutes so far. The shirt change hasn't made any sort of significant difference. Fish says, oi. What do you want, Fish? What's the oi about? Your oi is quite to the point there. You're like, oi. Sonny says, Barcelona disappointed me. At least PSG will win it. And don't bottle it. PSG, park the bus if you need. I mean, so far, I don't know what everyone's opinion is, but like so far, haven't seen significant fight from Inter. The heads have kind of gone down. Does it always have to be Arsenal, Fish? Can you pick a different team? Can you pick a different team? I feel like we've exhausted like every possible Arsenal player at this point. Like we're literally going back to like David Seaman, Lee Dixon times. Fish is saying, oi, 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 oi. How many have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Interesting. Inter try something there. PSG just get the ball right back. What a season it's been. Spurs, Crystal Palace, and now PSG winning the biggest tournament in Europe. It has. It's been a pretty crazy season, to be honest. Season of the birds, I think Durwood was calling it before. Crystal Palace, they're a bird. They won a trophy. Tottenham, they're a bird. They won a trophy. Liverpool, they're a bird. They won a trophy. Newcastle, obviously Magpies, they're a bird. They won a trophy. Pretty much everyone's. It's been a good season from that perspective. P5AM says boring. Shame Barcelona didn't get to the final. Yeah, I think I think that would have been a more exciting final, to be honest. Inter's heads, I don't know what you think, but like Inter's heads seem to have kind of gone down. Here's PSG attacking again. Oh, good. Al Brand 2003 says, all them teams having a party, and then Arsenal have got a Thomas party. And given some of the context around Thomas, that's not the kind of party you want. So, yeah. At least Arsenal can say they had a party in some form. Apparently that party might be off. Apparently that's who Zubimendi will be replacing. If they can, if they can kind of pry him away from the mountains. As the Champions League is almost done, what's your opinion on the new structure? I don't know yet, to be honest. I think it's still too early to kind of form a conclusion. It's one of those things, I think, where you have to kind of see it for a few years, and then you have to see all the different permutations, and then you have to see kind of how it does work versus how it doesn't work. And then after a few years, you can be like, you know what, it's good, or you know what, it's rubbish. But yeah, what does everyone else think? I'm a bit undecided. I like in some ways, like I like the fact. In some ways, I like the fact that the big teams play each other, but some ways I don't like that. Like I used to like how random like the little groups were, and like you'd play like a random team. You know what I mean? And you'd be like your own little group. I used to find that a bit more interesting than one big group. Because we already have one big table in the Premier League. So I used to find like the four mini, not the four, but the 8 or whatever mini tables more interesting. Have PSG just scored again? Jesus Christ! What is going on? So we can confirm it's nothing to do with my shirt. It's Mr. Due, who, by the looks of it, spends a lot of time in the gym. So fair point. Fair played. This is turning nasty, man. 3-0. A DM says, yeah, DM don't like the new format either. Yeah, I'm more kind of leaning towards preferring the old one. I do want to kind of give it, a few years, but I don't know. It was just different. It was just different, like having mini groups and you'd be with like young boys or something. Okay, that sounds really bad, but you know what I mean. Like you'd be with like Celtic and all these little teams, and then it would be kind of exciting if like a little team would get out the group. You know what? I used to find that quite exciting. But let's see. P5am says, I hope Liverpool rotate heavily in the group stage so that the Rays are sharp for the knockout stage. I hear you. Are you a Liverpool fan? P5am. I think that's perhaps what got us a little bit this year. We didn't really rotate. So as we got to the later stages, we were tired. But I think, given the recruitment that's happening, it seems like they're trying to add more depth to the team. So hopefully next year we should see a bit more recruitment. I think Slot will kind of get rid of the players that he doesn't trust. And I think it's very clear to us which players he doesn't trust. So I think when he gets rid of those and then buys new players that he does trust, hopefully we should see a bit more rotation next year. Dawood says, get rid of Mbappe and you have this PSG. At least we took them to penalties. True. And at least you kind of put more effort in, and at least you kind of came back and were kind of 100% kind of giving it a try. I was going to say, hey, but there's been a Champions League final before where a team's come back from 3 goals down. Hint, hint. Approximately 20 years ago. But yeah, let's see. Johnny says that Inter Milan lost already. Yeah. But I guess people were saying that about Liverpool 20 years ago, but it's a safe bet to say that they've probably lost already. Where was, here you go. Name 5 teams worse than Man United, says Leighton, aka Dexter, aka Rollerford. 5? I can only name 3. The 3 that finished below them. And I won't count Spurs, because Spurs won the cup over them. So who was it? Ipswich and Southampton and whoever the other one was. Great goal, says P5am. Yeah. That Due, he's a dangerous looking player, to be fair. They got him at the start of the season from Rennes from La France. I'll be honest, I didn't know who he was at the start of the season, but just watching him this year, he's electric. He's pretty much got it all. He's pacey, he's strong, he's got a good finish on him, as we kind of saw there. Yeah. I'm a bit jealous of their front line, I can't lie. Next to him, they got Dembele. Next to him, they got Kvaratskhelia. I'm a bit jealous of PSG at the moment. Sonny says, "Ole, ole, PSG, ole. This is the time of our life. F you, Dembele. Don't worry, we still love you, Enrique." I hear ya. I hear ya. They're doing very well. P5AM says Slot has realized he has to rotate after experiencing his first English winter period. Yeah, perhaps there was a bit of a learning curve there with regards to the demand of the English league. It's not the Dutch league where I don't want to say you can play on the back foot in the Dutch league because you can't, but it almost feels like in the Premier League you've got to be 100% all the time. Champions League you've got to be 100% all the time. Even FA Cup, you got to be pretty much 100% all the time. So I think, yeah, just kind of given the volume of games and just given the strength of the opposition, he kind of has to perhaps kind of rotate a bit more next year. And I think hopefully he will have the squad to do it with the kind of additions that are brought in. Let's just hope it is Liverpool, so they are going to sell players to bring the new ones in, but let's hope they don't sell too many. Because we still need depth. So yeah, let's see what happens. Booking for Mr. Thuram here. P5AM says PSG have been the Premier League assassins. Yeah, we kind of witnessed that this year, didn't we? They defeated the north of England in Liverpool. Then they defeated the centre of England in Aston Villa. And then they defeated the south of England in Arsenal. Pretty much the first time. I was going to say, is that the first time France have conquered England? I don't know. But it was... you just got to say well played. I feel like Liverpool did give them the best battle. And I don't think I'm biased in saying that. I appreciate they faced Liverpool first, but I think Liverpool did take them to penalties and the others didn't. So I think combined with the new players that we get, and I think combined with the additional rotation that we should hopefully see next year, hopefully if we face them again, we get a bit of revenge. And next year will be the true test of slot, because City are back, and apparently Arsenal will be in their 999th phase. Only the 999th phase. I could have sworn he had a few more phases than that, but yeah. I think it will be a true test, but partly because I think it's a lot harder to retain a title than it is to win a title. Because to retain a title, you've got to get the team kind of motivated again. And I think also to retain a title, you have a target on your back. So I think next year will be a bigger test, but let's see how it goes. Inter are 3 goals down, 100%. Although that probably means something else. Yeah, Liverpool were 100% their toughest game. I even think certain phases of that game we were the better team. It's just how things work out. Sometimes you get taken to penalties, and penalties is pretty much a lottery at the best of times. So it is what it is. Durwood says Arsenal are in first place. They are in the beautiful alphabetical table that we have, and Jesus Christ, it's 4-0. This is turning into a mauling. Kvaratskhelia just kind of breaking through there. Speaking of maulings, this is going to be an even bigger mauling. That P5A. I hadn't even thought of that. PSG versus Spurs Super Cup. Oh my god. Is that going to be double figures or triple figures? Yeah, PSG break down the left. Inter with like just too many players up the pitch. And Bastoni's like trying his hardest to get back. Kvaratskhelia, very clever, as I'm sure you guys saw. He went near post. Keeper thought he was going to go far post, but he went near post. That's quite clever. Johnny says Dumfries was a one-match wonder, maybe like a two-match wonder, but I think this entire game, to be fair, Inter haven't really performed. They haven't really seized the opportunity. I think they'll regret this. Like even like Nico Barella's not playing great. Martinez not playing great. Bastoni not playing great. Yeah, this is very one-sided. It's impressive for PSG. P5AM says a glorious night for Le Paris. Oui, oui. C'est vrai. 4-0 is crazy. There's me at the start, and I think there's everyone at the start saying, yeah, it's going to be a tight game, guys. It's going to be a tight game, guys. Oh, it's going to be tight, It's going to be like 1-0. Nah, it's fucking 4-0. I mean, can they even get a consolation goal at this point? After goal, I'm sure Spurs were offering their spot to Man U. Yeah, they'd both... Spurs and Man U, they're both kind of hopeless in very similar ways. Oh, here's Inter, edge of the box. That should be a goal. Oh, saved by Donnarumma. Yeah. I hadn't noticed until... I hadn't thought about it until P5AM mentioned it, but... PSG, Spurs, Super Cup. That's going to be hilarious. Oh, God. I'm actually laughing just thinking about it. 2 finals, 2 losses. Yeah, it's not great. And I think those kind of things can take a toll on the team as well because they're human beings. To just kind of get so far, but then to always kind of fall away at the last opportunity. And yeah, kind of Johnny's saying the same thing. Inter Milan was so close, but still kind of couldn't quite get over the line. It must take it out of them. I remember Milan battering Barcelona 4-0. Yeah, feels like a long time ago after kind of watching this. So Milan is still red. It would appear so. Corner. Come on, Inter, get a consolation. Can we conclude then it's nothing to do with my shirt? Because I'm literally wearing. If you look at what Donnarumma's wearing, he's wearing a very similar shirt to this. So we can conclude my shirt in the first half had nothing to do with it. Corner. P5AM says, the Inter tears, yeah. That's the kind of the standard thing the cameraman does. as soon as a team goes behind, let's find someone in the crowd crying and let's stick a camera in their face. The annoying thing is, to a certain degree, Inter seem to be showing a bit more fight now than they did like in the first half. PSG making a sub. I think they're looking to kind of wrap up the game at this point. Nuno Mendes is coming off. He's another player who's had a fantastic season. Hernandez coming on. It's crazy like how much this team transformed after getting rid of their kind of superstars. It's too late for a comeback, says Johnny. Yeah, I'm with you. They've got like what, 10 minutes plus injury time? Yeah, ain't gonna happen. I mean, hopefully they get a consolation goal just for, just for their sake. It'd be nice to have something, even though it's very little. You know what I mean? Like they must have been like hyped up for this game all week, and just to get battered. Because you think about it, like they must be like so excited about this the entire week, and then just to get battered 4-0, it must mentally like really affect you. Okay, I think I can leave. Surely they won't battle it. Oh, you never know. But yeah, I think it's safe. I think it's safe for you now. So adios, sayonara. See you next time. Probably Wednesday. I think there's Europa League not Europa League, Nations League on Wednesday. So possibly Wednesday. Let's go, Enrique. One of the best managers in the game and 2 treble loading. Well, it certainly looks like that. But yeah, take care. Hope you have a nice evening. It's probably later for you than it is for me. But yeah, take care. Leighton, aka Dexter, aka Rollerfort, says semi-final next year, PSG versus Barcelona, Liverpool versus Inter. It could certainly happen. It could certainly happen. I think Liverpool would do well against this Inter team, just kind of based on how the team's kind of set up. Whereas PSG do something very similar to Liverpool. So I think we'd find PSG harder. But yeah, if Liverpool can get further in the Champions League next year, that would be fantastic. Nothing kind of beats Champions League nights when it's your own team, because you'll be at work all day and you have something exciting to look forward to. Yeah, I do kind of miss kind of semi-finals and that sort of thing. Inters were not runners up; they're just waking up. Yeah, unfortunately, waking up a bit too late. Oh, sorry, you meant walking up, right? As in not running up, walking up. Yeah, I guess they're just walking up and also just waking up as well. Anyone else keep hearing the whistle from the crowd? I've been sitting here for 70 minutes thinking I'm hearing things. Oh my god, Barcola, who I always say is trash, just missed from about 2 yards. How does he miss that, man? But I've got it on mute. So not sure. But yeah, I guess someone else can let us know if there's any whistling. Pavel Stella says kayak chai or English breakfast. I've never had kayak chai. I don't know what that is, but probably English breakfast. English breakfast tea with no milk, no sugar, just plain. That's the one, man. That is the one. plain tea is underrated. Christian Moulet says Paris a gagné, which from my A-level French means Paris have won. Paris have won. Oui, oui, c'est vrai. Je pense que c'est vrai. Roti or rice? Pavel coming out with the hard questions, man. Weirdly, like if you have both together, it works pretty well because it kind of turns into like a burrito in some ways. I would say rice makes you feel less bloated, but like bread tastes nicer. So it just depends. Just depends what you want on that day. Kvaratskhelia won titles in French and Italian league. A treble and the Champions League. I mean, he's a quality player. I was a bit disappointed when we didn't get him. I appreciate it's probably because the wages he was asking were probably more than we kind of typically pay in most circumstances. But yeah, he's a top player. Whenever he kind of gets the ball, he's always, he's always forward thinking. He's always kind of dribbling right at you. Poor Inter, says Johnny. Yeah. 4-0. 4-0 is savage. 3-0. Yeah, it happens, but 4-0 is savage. Pavel says Pepsi or Coke. Ooh. Controversial, but probably Pepsi. Pepsi's like a bit sweeter. Like it's a bit sweeter. Pepsi Max is pretty nice as well. But yeah, I'd probably say Pepsi. Controversial, but yeah. But what do you think? What would you rather have? Christian Moulet says 4-0. 4-0. Oui, oui. Le pari est très bon aujourd'hui, dans le soir. J'étudie les français dans l'école, donc je parle un peu de français. Paul Welthall says hi. Hello, Paul. How are you? Hope you're good. Hope you're enjoying the weather. I was going to say hope you're enjoying the weather. It's pretty cold now, but it was hot during the day. But yeah, hope you're doing well. Ash_gamer says Villa will beat PSG in Champions League as well. Villa, do you mean this season? Didn't PSG win this season? Villa are a good team though. I think have Villa got. Oh, you say. Oh, you're saying they beat them previously. I mean, Villa are a good team. Got some good players, kind of tactically very good. I really wanted them to finish a bit higher this season. But it is what it is. But yeah, Villa will be back next year. Does that mean you're from Birmingham? Are you from Birmingham? From Small Heath ends? No, that's Birmingham City. They're in Small Heath. Kvaratskhelia is very unpredictable for a winger, which is a rare thing these days. And Jesus Christ, good Lord, they've scored a fifth. Just stop it. Just stop. It's 5-0. Pavel's asking me a very important question. Ladypool Road or Coventry Road? The answer is Stratford Road. Pavel. Stratford Road. But if you force me between those two, I'm more familiar with Coventry Road, so I might go with that. PSG are putting me to work today, man. I'm having to update the score multiple times. A Boost or Red Bull? I've never had Boost in my life. That's the blue one. I've had Red Bull when I was younger, so I'd have to go for Red Bull. Real Madrid, Man City, Inter are trophyless. Sucks to be them, I guess. They beat them. Really, the third goal in Paris won the Champions League. We just switched off. Yeah, I remember now. I remember I think you did pretty well. I think you did do pretty well. PSG are, even though they're winning this final 5-0, like they haven't dominated the Champions League to that extent, if you know what I mean. I think Villa gave him trouble. Liverpool gave him trouble. Christian Moulet says, tout est débrûlé, très bien. Qu'est-ce que c'est débrûlé? What's débrûlé mean? I can't remember. Let me just Google débrûlé. I did French at school. I know a little bit. What's débrûlé mean? Débrûle? Oh, you figure it out. Very good. I appreciate that. Merci beaucoup. Ash is from Birmingham. I think Pavel might also be from Birmingham, saying a small heat of Alum Rock. Alum Rock every single time. Easily. Alum Rock every single time. Pavel is definitely from Birmingham because his knowledge is better than mine. Milo Ho or Grills on Coventry Road. I've not been to either. You'll have to tell me which one's better, and then I'll have to check one out. Watching this Inter game is the feeling Liverpool fans avoid. Yeah, you're right about that. It could have. I still remember at half time, like I was getting like text messages from my friends laughing at me, just sending me smiley faces because we didn't have like proper emojis back then, so they're just sending me smiley faces. But yeah, let's be grateful Gerrard scored that header, and then Vladimir Smica had the guts to take a long shot, and then Alonso scored the rebound. Christian Moulet said, tu parles très bien français, le français, oui. J'étudie le français dans l'école dans 2005, 2016 et 2007 pour 3 années. So basically saying I studied French in school 2005, 2007 time. I know enough to get by. Johnny says Inter stay humble. Unfortunately, I think they're gonna have to be. Come on, Inter, just for their sake. I just want them to get a goal from the human perspective. You know what I mean? I think I'm viewing this as a kind of complete neutral. It must be like so demotivating to kind of get to a final. Oh, PSG have won. To just kind of get to a final and just to get battered 5-0. Imagine that, man. You're looking forward to this all week. You're building up to this all week. You're so excited. You wake up, you're super excited. You do all the media, you do all the interviews. You get on the pitch, you hear the anthem, and then you get battered 5-0. Like it must be quite tough. Well, PSG are celebrating. The ref didn't even bother with any injury time. By the looks of it, he was like, this is over. I wanna get the early train home. So yeah, what can you do, eh? Oh God, I think you're right. Does that mean Dembele is gonna get it? Because he is Le Français, just like the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, I forgot about that little dependency on the result. Personally, I would give it to Salah, but I think I may be slightly biased. Someone made a post call out Barcelona before this. I guess it is what it is now. Worthy champions, yeah, I agree with you there. They deserve it. I think they've been the best team over the course of the campaign. They're deserved winners. I think in previous years, we could have perhaps said, they just won it because they bought all the best players. And I think this year they've evolved kind of tactically. So yeah, they're 100% worthy champions. I think. I was gonna say unfortunately, but unfortunately, this is the right result. PSG people jumping up and down. This must be like their first Champions League, I think. I've never heard of them winning Champions League before. Have PSG won the Champions League? No, they got to the final in 2020, which is when Bayern Munich beat them. 5-0 though, man. That's gotta hurt. But hey ho, it is what it is. We can at least say this one was a bit more entertaining than that Chelsea Betis game the other day. We also kind of had 5 goals there, but that one was boring as hell. I can't lie. But this game was a bit more entertaining. Luis Enrique is gonna plant down the PSG flag for his late daughter. Nice. Is that what he's got in his hand? Well, now that we're at the end of the season, there's actually not as many of these to do. A few weeks ago, we had like 4 a week, but it's probably a bit less now, but it is what it is. Next one of these get-togethers looks like it's going to be Wednesday. UEFA Nations League. Germany versus Portugal. That'll be pretty good. Pretty good to see that. A prospective Liverpool signing may be playing for the Germans in that game. So, will he have signed for Liverpool by then, or will he have not? I guess we'll wait and see. I was hoping people had forgotten about that. Yeah, the cooking stream. Yeah, I'll need to set up camera equipment and a microphone in my kitchen. That was quite a oh my god, yeah, the butter as well. I totally forgot about that. It was the butter. It was the green. It was the butter with the green. It was the gold one with the green writing on it that everyone was saying was amazing. Forgotten the brand. And then someone was saying they like Lurpak, but actually get Dam Track, which is the Lidl version of Lurpak, and apparently that's good as well. But yeah, I'm gonna need to give a that's it, Keris Gold. Yes. Well, there is I do have a bit more time now, kind of given that there's less football games, so I will try my best. But to be fair, what's coming up? Sunday, there's nothing. Kerrygold. Is it Kerrygold or Kerrisgold? Basically, if I just go online and if I search by most expensive to least expensive, then I'll find it. Yeah, that's it. Yes, on Sunday, there is nothing much. Monday, nothing much. So I'll probably be doing a bit of gaming on those days. Probably gaming tomorrow. Wednesday, Nations League. That should be fun. Germany versus Portugal. Hopefully we see Mr. Florian Wirtz flexing his skills. Thursday, we got another game, which is also quite nice. Spain versus La France. I wonder how many of the French players here will be playing. Probably not many. And then the later days we can figure out. Friday, there's World Cup games, qualifiers, so that could be fun. And then Saturday, I think there's an England game, so I'm gonna have to watch that. Okay, there's plenty next week. Cool. Anywho, I am going to go now. But yes, appreciate you guys for kind of keeping me company, keeping me sane. Al Romano says, Le PSG. Oui, le Paris. Le Paris est très bon. Le Paris est très bon aujourd'hui. Thursday, Japan versus Australia. Is a certain Mr. Endo playing? That's not coming up on mine. Where is it? That's in the afternoon. I won't be able to do that. But I'll be able to. It's at 12:10 UK time. Unfortunately, but it'll be interesting to keep an eye on the result for certain. Man, they need to stop doing games in the afternoon. But yeah, it'll be Spain versus France. Spain versus France in the evening. Inter is crying. Yeah, I feel a bit bad for them. Josh, says the fact PSG thrashed them 5-0 and they will be favourite for it again next season. Yeah, PSG are, I think as someone was saying earlier, I think it was P5AM was saying earlier, PSG are deserved winners. They've been the best team in the Champions League. So like, even though they eliminated Liverpool, I can't really be too mad about it. Like, you know what I mean? They've been the best team by far. So yeah, they deserve it. What more? I guess that's all we can say about it, really. Ouch! Yeah, I'm complaining that the game is on at 12 o'clock for us, and it's on at 7 for you. Yeah, that's too early. I don't think I've ever woken up at 7 a.m. for a football game. But hey ho. Johnny says bye. It was the first time. We'll watch you. I will do it again. Yeah, see you next time, Johnny. Take care. Josh says, quick, where do you see Man United next season? And who do you think they will sign for the striker position? Probably like mid-table. There's nothing bad about that. It would still be an improvement. Apparently you're going to get Cunha. I don't know if you're a Man United fan. Apparently you're going to get Cunha. Cunha is a good striker. I wanted Cunha for Liverpool. I do think Man United need more than just a striker. I think they do need a dynamic midfielder as well. So let's see what happens in the transfer window. But to be fair, your positioning, kind of thinking about it now, is highly dependent on who you buy. You know what I mean? If you just buy Cunha, it'll be hard. But if you buy Cunha, a midfielder, maybe a defender, and you sell some of the junk, maybe it could be higher. Every weekend here for the Premier League. Yes, of course, for the early kickoffs. The early kickoffs. I find the early kickoffs too early for us, and they're at like 12 o'clock, and they're at like 7. They're at like 7 a.m. for you. I shouldn't be complaining. I'm like, 12 o'clock for a kickoff. Oh, yeah. Borussia Dortmund Glazer says W stream. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Glazer. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the game. Hope you enjoyed the season. It's been a pretty good season. I think the refs had a decent game as well. Take care, Johnny. Hope you have a nice evening and a nice weekend. You too, Darewood. Take care. I think I might hang on for 5 more minutes to see the trophy bit. And then then I will split. I will make like a banana and split. Inter being clapped here. Lautaro looks devastated, as you'd expect, to be fair. Even the guy handing out the medals is kind of rolling his eyes a little bit. He's giving them the medals like that. Yeah, not for Inter, unfortunately. Luis Enrique looks thrilled. Good for him, I'd say. He's been through a lot. Champions League trophy with blue and red ribbons on it. I can never decide which trophy looks better, the Champions League or the Premier League. They're both kind of cool in different ways. I think I like how kind of simplistic the Champions League trophy looks. That's a positive. PSG president looks thrilled, as you'd expect. I mean, they all seem to be kissing the trophy in the exact same spot. Like, surely you must get some like secondhand saliva by doing that. You know what I mean? Like, kiss the trophy in a different spot, but they're all going for the same spot. It's kind of gross. Unless they're into that, it might be a Parisian thing. And there we go. PSG win it. Deservedly so, as we've said. Confetti on the floor. What can you say? Anywho, I am off because it is late, but I will be back on Wednesday. So take care, guys. Hopefully see some of you then. Hope you have a nice weekend. Take care.